Good day class. So today we will perform an experiment about the slow ball. No? Here we have here a slow ball apparatus. No? The slow ball apparatus composes of this inclined bar, the calibrated inclined bar with attached glass tubing, no? Glass tubing containing oil. No? Inside the glass tubing is a steel ball, no? Because the the object that we are to observe moving along the glass tubing with filled with oil is the steel ball. Okay, so this slow ball apparatus, okay, is composed of this multi-second timer wherein you have this sensor. This is the sensor here. This is when ball passes through this sensor, the timer starts, and when it passes through this sensor, the timer also starts. Then the timer stops. No, so in other words, when the object moves and passes through this distance to this point, the timer starts and it ends here. So we will measure this distance traveled by the object, inside the glass tubing filled with water. So using this multi-second timer, we can calculate the average velocity, the average velocity of the ball moving through this glass tubing. So for instance, I will just show you here an illustration of how this object moves. So I release the magnet because the object there is steel. So when I release the magnet, then the ball flow and the timer starts to play. No, so it starts to play up to the point that it reaches the second timer. So here we have a time of 2.798 of a second. I mean that is 12, no? Actually it is 12. 12.798 of a second. That is the time the object moves from this point to this point, no? So in this experiment, we take up different distance interval. No? We start from 10 to 60, meaning to say the start is 10 cm, the end here is 60 cm. No? That is the first. Then the next, we will in every distance interval we take up 4 trials. No? 4 trials. So you run the object 4 times through this distance using the timer. Then the next sitting is, it starts with 15 centimeter and ends with 55. Then again 4 different travel with corresponding time using the millisecond timer. So up to the point that the distance interval becomes 30 and 40. No? So in every distance interval, we will take up in every distance interval we take up 4 trials. No? I mean 3 trials. 3 trials. I mean 3 trials. No? Because that is what is in the manual. So we take up 3 trials in every distance interval. No? So starting from 10 to 60, so let's say for instance, okay, so we move this up using this small magnet, okay, that is 10 to 60, no? So let's say this is our first trial, no? Okay, so we start this. Okay. Okay, so the time there is 13.30. That is 13.008, no? It's 13.008 seconds. So that is the first trial. So we will do it repeatedly 3 times. No? Then the next is you move this to the 15 here and to the 55. So the what we call the sensor gets closer. So the distance gets closer. So we will take up the time. Okay? So that is the procedure. Then the next here is you have to take uniform or constant distance interval. That is the next setup of the apparatus. So in the manual, you place it up to 10 to 20, meaning mo start siya 10, mo end of 20, the way mo desire. The next is 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So in other words, in the second setup, the distance is constant. No? The distance is constant, 10 centimeters per setup. So the same manner, you will take up three trials every distance interval. Okay, so that is how we determine the average velocity of the ball moving through this glass tubing filled with oil. So that is how we. So in that case, we will have some data gathering on this experiment. Okay.